I'm Barry Donadio, former United States Secret Service and national security analyst. The questions posed: will Iran lose this war against Israel? My answer is Israel is winning the war already. They've already gained air superiority over the Iranians in the early hours of this conflict. Israel will continue to destroy Iranian targets that are on the open during their air campaign. So ultimately, Israel has dominated Iran during this conflict. Most of the missile launchers that Iran possesses to launch ballistic missiles at this point have been destroyed, and we're seeing this on the battlefield as Iran is replying with its ballistic missiles less and less every day because they simply are running out and do not have launchers to launch them with. As far as the United States coming into the war, I believe that they will come into the war. They will strike Iran with a massive air campaign unless something crucial happens. Like, for instance, Iran's supreme leader steps down and relinquishes power and the regime collapses. Then there would be no reason for a massive air campaign. The people of Iran, if they rise and take back their own country and form a democracy, absent of the current regime that will stop military action as well, a complete unconditional surrender of the regime, which is what Donald Trump has demanded, is also another way to avert military action from the United States. But it is my assessment that the United States will be striking Iran to lead a blow to where the Iranian regime can no longer function. And we have to remember, from an American standpoint, this has been going on since 1979. This regime has been hostile not only to Israel, but to the United States. There have been attempts over the years to try to build diplomatic relations, but they have not been fruitful. We know that our soldiers that served in Iraq and Afghanistan had to face some of the Iranian-trained insurgents, which were very effective against our soldiers in the Middle East. So Iran is responsible for some U.S. soldiers being killed during our conflicts because they were training militias to target us and fight us. As far as can Israel destroy the nuclear facilities by itself, I believe they can. Anything built by a man can be destroyed by a man, but Israel will not be able to destroy them as efficiently as the United States can destroy them. We have more advanced military hardware and bombs and bigger bombs that would, prevent ground forces from needing to go in to the Fordham facility, for instance, and other facilities that may be buried very deep down inside of the ground. So, can Israel do it by themselves? Yes, if they send dozens and dozens of troops and lead a ground assault to go in and take hold and capture the nuclear facility, absolutely they can, and they can destroy it with explosives. That would be a lengthy venture and a dangerous venture, but it can be done. I would prefer, if I were Israel, to get the Americans to do that because they can simply do that through an air campaign and use bombs that would be probably some of the biggest bombs in the American inventory to use against Iran. Another point that we all have to remember is that the United States and Israel, from my perspective, do not have a problem with the people of Iran. The civilian population we admire. There are many Persians here in the United States. There's always positive interaction with them. So we have no problem with the people of Iran. It is only the problem with the regime itself, which really amounts to Iranian's supreme leader. And I think when he retires or goes away or is eliminated, Most of the problems go away. We believe that the regime would just simply collapse at that point. We don't think the regime would have any leadership to follow after Israel exterminated some of the top Iranian generals. So, really, this is a waiting game to see what happens with Iran's supreme leader. I'm not quite sure what he will do. He's 86 years old. He may have a death wish and decide that he wants to go out with glory, and maybe this is like a suicidal venture for him, and he will fight the Americans and Israelis to his last breath. But if I were him, this is a very simple thing. All he needs to do is contact Vladimir Putin, make a phone call, and he needs to retire. I would try to go to Russia and live life happily ever after, and in a bungalow and a retirement bungalow. And as comical as that sounds, I think that's his only chance at preserving what he has left of his life. And and at that moment, I think just the regime would collapse at that point.